square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. Joshua Carty will get it underway. And off we go from Ford Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got a man. It's C.D. Lamb. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
The first carry here for Devon Achane. He'll manage only a couple. Tyleik Williams is there on the stop. From the 43, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Rolling right, it's taken in. Down to the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. His 4th TD grab of the season. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, here comes a return from the 9. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
42-yard line.
Here we go, start.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
But even 20 yards, impressive start to this drive.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway. And now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession. And it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that 1st down. Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
2nd and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Back to throw. one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his second touchdown of the year. The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Lions will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
At their own 40-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
In motion, Lamb. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Set to go now on first and 10. A run up the middle with Achan, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. In motion now, it's Collins.
At the Lions' 48-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up.
The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
On the jump.
They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing now on first and 10. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here we go. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Finding space at the 15. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick him away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's A-Chan. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with A-Chan. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 14 on the pickup. First down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. In motion now, it's Collins. He'll get this out wide, and he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Collins. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in. Devon A-Chan. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Let's go. Ready?
Now, faking the give, headed left, buying time. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the set.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready, ready.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big play there for the Lions. And even 30 yards. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get it.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready, let go.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Strike.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Lions move out in front. The new score, 17-14. Carty back out following the made field goal. He'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, whether you're manning the middle or you're a rusher coming off the edge, Mike, if you play linebacker in this league, you have to have the ability to handle yourself in pass coverage. If the expectation is that a throw is going to head his way, he'll make that play. And that was the biggest play he could have made. That was really nicely done.
That one out wide to Achan. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal. The Lions call their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. In motion now, it's Collins. And he will score again. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's caught by Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. Liking 8.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He'll go right and find his running back. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
Ready?
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Gibbs with a first down and more. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A long one from Gibbs. 32 yards. First and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready?
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's in! Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. That'll be intercepted.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
In motion, Lamb. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and 6. A run, and it's Achane. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll toss it here to Achane. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. On the ground, here is HM. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
In motion now, it's Collins. Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Third down and 9. Back to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
A 45-yard attempt.
What's his kick?
The kick
Is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. Past midfield. And they will finally track him down, not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And that's a heck of a return right there. I mean, he's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run, and they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
The receiver did his part. He creates really nice separation at the top of the route, but he just runs out of room on the sideline. I think the quarterback's thinking, get that ball out of my hand a little bit quicker, and I got myself a completion.
Let's go now.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Gain of 17 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle it. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And he's not going to get too far tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. That's down the field for Lamb. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And he's got another one. Come on, 8-10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
The kick is good.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The return starts from the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Tag.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 48.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Detroit.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Get it. Ready.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Forced to his right. Now he takes off. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Lions! And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his 1st NFL touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's taken in by Achane. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
17-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. It is second down and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out wide. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Ready, go!
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On the jump. Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Gibbs. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Uh-oh. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
How often do we hear, Mike, when a team is trailing by 8, everyone says, well, it's still a one-possession ball game. Yeah, but that's only if you can convert the two-point try, which is kind of 50-50. So they got to stay aggressive, knowing they still need a two-point conversion if they want to tie this thing up.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. 14 yards on the pickup there. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Hill looks to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Bullard.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and